Imagine you have everything you've ever dreamed of: money, fame, success, but still you feel an emptiness inside. Let's take a journey through the life of an individual who, by all measures of societal success, had it all: the luxury cars, the sprawling mansion, the adulation of millions. Yet, beneath this veneer of success, there was an undercurrent of dissatisfaction, a lingering sense of unfulfillment. This person, let's call him John, was a high-powered executive, working in a glamorous industry and living a life that many would envy. But John was not happy. Despite his wealth and achievements, he felt a deep void within. He was surrounded by people, yet felt an overwhelming sense of loneliness. He had everything he had worked for, and yet, he felt he had nothing. John's life is a mirror to many of our lives. We chase after success, money and fame, thinking they will fill the void within us. But often, we find ourselves feeling empty, unfulfilled, directionless. We realize that despite having everything we thought we wanted, we are still not happy. This is the paradox of our modern world. We are taught to equate success with happiness, yet when we attain this success, we find it hollow. Why is this? It's because true fulfillment doesn't come from what we have. It comes from what we stand for. Taking a stand in life means defining your values and living by them. It means standing up for what you believe in, even if it's unpopular. It means not just following the crowd, but carving your own path, guided by your own moral compass. It means finding purpose and meaning in your life, not just success and wealth. John's story is a stark reminder that fulfillment doesn't lie in material possessions or societal success. It lies in standing up for your beliefs, in living a life that is true to who you are. It's about making a difference, contributing to something bigger than yourself. This story reminds us that fulfillment is not in what we have, but in what we stand for. Every day, we face a critical choice: to follow the crowd or to take a stand. Imagine you're at a crossroad. One path is worn out, clearly marked by the footprints of many who have walked it before. The other path is less traveled, rugged, and undefined. The first path represents the comfort of the crowd, the ease of going along with the status quo, of living life on autopilot. The second path symbolizes the challenge of taking a stand, of choosing to carve out your own destiny. What happens when we choose the path of the crowd? It might seem comfortable at first, but it's a path that often leads to a life that's unfocused and unfulfilled. It's a path where we surrender our power, our dreams, our potential to the whims of the crowd. We become mere spectators of our own lives, letting others dictate our direction and our worth. We measure our success by external standards and live in constant comparison, always chasing after the next big thing that promises happiness but never truly delivers. Contrast this with the path of taking a stand. This path is certainly not easy. It requires courage, resilience, and determination. It demands that we question the norm, challenge the status quo, and dare to be different. But this path brings with it a sense of purpose, a sense of achievement. It shifts our focus from the external to the internal, from what others think of us to what we think of ourselves. We become the drivers of our own lives, fueled by our passions, guided by our values, and empowered by our choices. When we take a stand, we embrace our unique journey, our unique story. We move from being passive observers to active participants in our lives. We trade the fleeting happiness of the crowd for the deep fulfillment that comes from living a life of purpose, a life that's true to who we are. The choice is clear. To find fulfillment, we must take a stand. Taking a stand starts with identifying your life's focus. Imagine a ship in the midst of a vast sea. Without a compass, it drifts aimlessly, subject to the whims of the wind and waves. But with a compass, it has direction, a guiding force that leads it towards its destination. Just like that ship, our lives also need a compass, a focus that gives us direction and motivation. That's where the story of Les Brown comes in. Les Brown, an internationally recognized motivational speaker, once shared his experience with 7 teenagers in Los Angeles. These 7 teenagers were struggling to find their purpose in life. They were adrift, like ships without a compass. Les Brown saw potential in them. He saw that beneath the confusion and aimlessness there was a spark that needed direction and nourishment to transform into a powerful flame. He guided them, helped them identify their focus, their life's compass. And with his help, these 7 teenagers transformed their lives. They went from being aimless and lost to becoming motivated, purposeful individuals. This is the power of having a life's focus. It gives you a sense of direction, a motivation that propels you forward, even in the face of adversities. It's not about following a trend or doing what everyone else is doing. It's about finding what truly matters to you, what gives you a sense of fulfillment, and using that as your compass. But finding your life's focus is not a one-time event. It's a journey, a process of exploration and discovery. It requires introspection, self-questioning, and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. It's about being honest with yourself, acknowledging your passions, your values, and your dreams, and using them to guide your actions and decisions. Remember, your life's focus is not just about you. It's about how you can contribute to the world, how you can make a difference. It's about giving your best regardless of the circumstances and using your talents and skills to create a positive impact. Your life's focus is the compass that guides you towards fulfillment. It's the key to standing up inside yourself, to living a life of purpose and meaning. So ask yourself today, what's your life's focus? What's your compass? Once you've found your focus, dedicate yourself to it with all your heart. Imagine the strength of a river, constantly flowing, never wavering, always moving towards its destination. This is the power of dedication. It's not just about making a choice, but about committing to that choice day after day, moment after moment, with unwavering intensity. Consider the life of Nelson Mandela. He dedicated his life to a cause larger than himself, the fight against apartheid in South Africa. He faced immense challenges and spent 27 years in prison, but he never lost sight of his cause. Mandela's dedication was so intense, so unwavering, that it eventually led to the end of apartheid and his election as the first black president of South Africa. His life is a testament to the power of dedication and the changes it can bring about. Or take Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes of our time. From a young age, she dedicated herself to tennis, practicing relentlessly, pushing past obstacles and setbacks. Her intense dedication to her sport has led her to 23 Grand Slam singles titles and an indisputable place in the annals of tennis history. But remember, dedication is not just about achieving external success. It's about aligning your actions with your deepest values and beliefs. It's about living with integrity, even when no one is watching. It's about pushing past the easy and the comfortable, and choosing to do what is hard and necessary. Dedication is about going beyond the superficial and tapping into a greater power within yourself. It's about understanding that your life is a part of something larger, something grander, something infinitely more profound. In the words of the great philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. When you dedicate your life to a higher purpose, you find your why. You find a reason to persevere, to endure, to strive, to grow. A life dedicated to a higher purpose is a life lived with intensity and fulfillment. So, find your purpose, dedicate yourself to it, and live your life with the intensity it deserves. To achieve your dreams, you need to become the person who can achieve those dreams. The journey towards our goals is not simply a linear path, it's a transformative process. It's an evolution of the self, a metamorphosis of the soul. Albert Einstein once said, "The thinking that has brought me this far has created some problems that this thinking can't solve." This is the essence of transformation. The mindset that has carried you to this point in life may not be the one that propels you to your dreams. To scale the heights of our ambitions, we must be ready to evolve, to grow, to transform. We must be willing to shed old habits, old ways of thinking, and embrace new perspectives. This is not about becoming someone else, but about becoming the best version of ourselves. Your dreams are not just about what you want to achieve, but also about who you need to become. Let's recap the key points we have discussed today. We began by understanding the importance of taking a stand in our own lives instead of simply following the crowd. We recognize that it is this decision that separates those who live a life of purpose from those who wander aimlessly. We then delved into the power of finding our focus, our very own compass that gives direction to our lives. It's this focus that fuels our motivation and leads us towards meaningful achievements. Next, we discovered the incredible strength that comes from dedicating our lives to something larger than ourselves. This dedication not only brings fulfillment, but also helps us tap into a reservoir of power within us. Lastly, we emphasized on the necessity of personal transformation and growth. We learned that to achieve our dreams we must evolve and become the person who is capable of fulfilling them. Stand up inside yourself. Find your focus. Dedicate yourself to it. Grow into the person you need to be and start living a life of purpose and passion.